So you're thinking of moving to Heber City, Utah. Well, in today's video, we're gonna talk about Heber City on the map. We're not gonna just stick to Heber City because this is Wasatch County. I haven't covered this in any of the videos that I've posted so far. And so we're gonna talk about some of the neighboring cities like Charleston, like Midway, and I'll just touch on those briefly, share with you, what's in Heber, where do you go for shopping, what shopping opportunities are available, how long does it take to get to the Salt Lake International Airport, to areas like Provo. What do you do in Heber? Why do people come to Heber? Why do people like to live in Heber? So we're gonna cover that and we're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, and if you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, as well as the surrounding areas like Heber City, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hi, my name's Steve Gilbert. I'm with eXp Realty, and my team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help with making their move to Salt Lake City, Utah, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information, it's in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. So as I mentioned, we're gonna take a look at Heber City. We're gonna do it on the map, and so let's get right to it and jump into my computer. Here's a look at Heber Valley, also known as Wasatch County. So this area outlined in red, it is fairly large, but it is the county of Wasatch where Heber City is located, as well as some other cities. So we're gonna mainly be talking about Heber City. This is the main city here. However, we do have some of these outskirting cities like Midway. We've got Charleston, we've got Daniel, we've got Waldsburg, and I'll touch on those briefly, but mainly we're going to focus on Heber City. When people talk about Heber, this is really what they're referring to of, hey, I'm headed up to Heber. This is where they're going to pass through or come to. So let's talk population real quick. So Heber City, we do have a population of 18,000 people. And so to back up just a little bit, the whole county of Wasatch County has a population of 38,000. So you can see that the entire county has less people than several of the different cities within Utah County, within Salt Lake County. And so a much smaller area. If you like that rural small town feel, you can absolutely find that here. We are located higher up in elevation. So you do feel like you're up in the mountains. You're surrounded by mountains on all sides right here. And so, as I mentioned, Heber City, population 18,000. When we come over here to Midway, we have a population of 7,000 people. When we come to these smaller towns like Charleston, Charleston has a much smaller population, 437 people. Daniel has a population of just shy of 1,000 people. Waldsburg, even smaller at 320 people. And so very small towns here. Heber is definitely the largest of the cities here with 18,000 people that call Heber City home. And so let's talk travel times heading from Heber down to areas like Salt Lake, the airport, to Provo, maybe to Lehi, the point of the mountain where Utah County and Salt Lake County meet. And so here we are. Here's our area outlined in red, Heber City, a couple different ways that you can travel here. So if you're coming over to the Salt Lake International Airport, which is at the top of the screen, that's the airport right there. Your quickest way is to come through I-80, and this will take you up Harley's Canyon. You're going to pass through the Park City area, and then you're going to hit the Highway 189. You'll head south through past the Jordanelle Reservoir, which is right off to the east right there, and continue right down to the Heber City area. So traveling to the airport's a 48-minute drive. Now, if you're going to head south to like Provo, if that's going to be an area that you're going to visit, it's about a 42-minute drive. And what you would do is take this Highway 89 down Provo Canyon, past some beautiful areas like Vivian Park, past the Bridal Veil Falls that are in this canyon as well, right down into Provo. So if you're going to head to Lehi, here's your Lehi area right here. That's about 47 minutes. And you would just simply come down the canyon through Orem, tie into I-15, and as I mentioned, about 42 minutes, or that's 47 minutes. And so now, what about Park City? So here we go. People that enjoy this area, maybe Park City is out of their budget, or maybe they just prefer the Heber City area, the feel to that area. that is going to be around a 22-minute drive. And so you would a couple different routes that you can, you would take this 189, but there's a back way into Park City, or you can always come around through the junction right there as well. And so those are your travel times, places that you may be interested in. In fact, let's stay zoomed out here, because let me show you, outside of your travel times to the airport and different cities, what are some of the great things that you can do in this area. And so you'll see here on the south part of the screen, which is the bottom part of my screen, we have Strawberry Reservoir. And this is Utah's most popular fishing lake right here. So incredible fishing. There's always a lot of people up there fishing, out there on their boats, out there on their float tubes and their kick boats, out there just enjoying the fish. So yeah, even in the wintertime, you'll have a lot of people ice fishing. You'll always see a bunch of ice huts out here, or I should say tents out here with people fishing. There's a great hunting, really nice mature elk herd that's in this entire area as well. And so you'll always find people deer hunting, elk hunting, up here fishing. This is going to be a very popular camping destination, this entire mountain area, which is going to be located to the south right here of the Heber area. Now, we've also got all that recreation directly to the west. So you can see Lehi, from Lehi, you can see Mount Timpanogos in this area down here. You're just on the back side from Heber. And so there are all kinds of different camping options that you can come to from the back side onto this Wasatch Mountain area. You've got the Jordanelle Reservoir right here. And so if you enjoy, getting out onto the lake and boating, that option's right there. You've got the Deer Creek Reservoir, which is located right here. And so everyone from the Salt Lake Valley, this is usually where they're coming to. You can see that we've got Utah Lake out here, but this really isn't the boating destination for people in Utah. If you're in Salt Lake County, Utah County, coming up the canyon to Deer Creek Reservoir, to Jordanelle Reservoir, or to even areas like Rockport Reservoir up here, these are really the preferred destinations for people that are boating, looking to get out onto the lake. So you can see that you're surrounded by these different opportunities, whether you're, going to come up here and hit Browns Canyon and come up, through or close to the Wanship area to hit Rockport, or heading up here. Now, Strawberry Reservoir is not a place you're going to go out and water ski. This is really for fishing. It's a large lake, but it's colder because we're heading up in elevation right there. So lots of camping options in this area right here. Now, in addition to this, from Heber City, and I always drive through Heber City because my parents have a cabin coming up the 150 here. And so many times I'll come back down through the 150, down through Camas. And then when I hit Camas, I'll actually head south through these small towns here on the south side of Jordanelle Reservoir, come down through Heber. Coming down on the 4th of July this year, it was really fun to see them celebrating, the veterans, those who served our country through all the different light posts on Main Street. There were just different pictures of these older veterans who have served our country, kind of a memorial to them. I thought it was pretty cool. I just love to see when cities do that, when they honor the men and women who serve this country. And so patriotic city and area. In fact, one of their little slogans is family, faith, and freedom. And so they do celebrate that 4th of July. That was fun to see as I was coming home from that 4th of July celebration up in the mountains there. Let's talk real estate and show you, what real estate looks like on the Wasatch back. I'm always talking in these other videos about the Wasatch front. We are on the back side now in Heber. So let's talk about what we have there. So just so you know, from a climate standpoint, compared to areas like Provo or Salt Lake, we do have a temperature fluctuation. It's typically 5 to 8 degrees cooler in this area. We do see more precipitation as well. Probably, 50% additional precipitation in this area because we are on the backside of the mountains here. Before I get into the housing part of it, let's show you around the city of Heber City. If you live in the surrounding areas like Midway, like Charleston, Daniel, then you're coming into Heber to do your shopping. And, we don't have anything major here, but we've got our Walmart Supercenter, which is located on the south end here. There's some different places to grab some food. You got your little India diner right here. You've got your coffee shops. You've got your Betty's Cafe. Now, this restaurant right here, it's across the street. It's called the Hub Cafe, and it does say it's temporarily closed. And I noticed that when I went fishing up in Strawberry just a couple weeks ago when I drove by there. It was under construction, but this is a great place to come especially for the breakfast food. I love their omelets, their scones, their cinnamon rolls. In fact, my brother, when he goes hunting for deer up there by Strawberry, after the morning hunt, him and his buddy, they'll come down the canyon and they'll grab a bite to eat here right at the Hub Cafe. And so you do have the Lee's Marketplace. This is a grocery store that's going to be located on Main Street. And you're going to just see that this is where most of the food options and your shopping opportunities are going to be located. You've got your Beto's Mexican food. You've got your Quench It soda, which is right here, your Starbucks. You've got your fast food restaurants through here. As we continue north, you can see we've got the Granny's Drive-In. This is a great place for a hamburger or for a shake. So we continue, head north of the Carl Malone dealership right there. They've got one down in Sandy, in Salt Lake County as well. But you've got the Dairy King here. So great place to grab shakes. I took my family here as we went camping last fall. We stopped in here. We all got a shake. It's super busy, especially if it's a holiday weekend. There's a lot of campers out. If it's hunting season, a lot of people coming through the Heber Valley area. Waited in line a long time to come here, but it was worth the wait. It's got a fun theme, fun atmosphere. We all got shakes and just had a great time there. On the north end of town, let me find it because we do have a Smith's Marketplace on the north end here. Here we go right here. So another grocery store on the north end, if it's more convenient, this is the place that you would most likely pick up your groceries. A couple of other places to, grab some food like the Bagel Den, some, tacos right here. And so you've got the Heber Valley Brewing Company right here on the west side of the highway as well. And so that's a quick look at what is available here in the Heber City. And as I mentioned, if you're in areas like Midway, you're going to come down to Heber City to grab your food. Now, let me point out a couple of fun things here. So on the west side here, as we're closer to Deer Creek Reservoir, this is closer to the Midway area, but we've got the Soldier Hollow Resort. And so great area. So they've got two golf courses here. They have silver course and they've got the gold course. Both are fun. I enjoy both of them, but my favorite is that gold course. It is situated up on the foothills. And so there's tee boxes where you'll tee up and over, little canyons to hit the fairways and to hit the green. So two different 18-hole golf courses up there. Soldier Hollow also has, in the wintertime, a sledding hill. So you can go up there, you can tube down these different areas and just enjoy winter activities in this area. Now, let me take you a little bit further north, closer to, this Midway area, because we do have the Homestead Resort. There's a lot of different buildings, like older buildings that you can, it's like hotels. You can go there and you can, just enjoy, spending the night there. So I've stayed there once, but they do have the Homestead Crater, a place that you can go and swim. And so I've never swam there. I've been inside there and seen the water in the pool, but that is a place that you can go and do. They do have, in this area as well, they do have these ice sculptures and these, in the wintertime, all of this stuff. I think it's called the ice castles. And so you can go through and enjoy, seeing the different ice things during the winter time. You've also got the Zermatt Resort, and this is a Swiss-themed resort. This Zermatt, Utah Resort and Spa. It's a fun place to go. I've actually taken my family here a couple of different times. That swimming pool right here, my kids love it. You can actually swim through a little door going out to the outdoor pool. That little rock feature back there, that's actually a hot tub back there that you can soak in. But my kids have always enjoyed coming up here when we do more of a staycation. This is one of the popular places right there. Last thing I want to show you over here, and that's going to be the Wasatch State Park, and specifically the golf course here. So in my opinion, and I think it's, fair to argue that many people would have that same opinion, but the Wasatch Mountain Golf Course is one of the most beautiful golf courses in all of Utah. And so I've only played this course once. I always heard about it. So, I made sure that I went and golfed it once. Beautiful area, lots of fun, great course. And so if you're into golf, regardless of where you call home in Utah, you've got to play the Wasatch Golf Course right there. Okay, so let's jump over and take a look at homes. So Heber City, we have a median home price of $900,000. And so what I want to show you is, just a few homes real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time in here, but let me show you a home that's going to be at $769,000. When I think of Heber, this is kind of what I think about. yes, there's a lot of like new homes being built. We're going to see that. But, you know, I've always known Heber as this small town, kind of these old farm style houses like we see here. And so for $769,000, that's going to get you a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 2,254 square feet on a third of an acre. This home built in 1895. And, you know, we don't have time to, you know, spend a lot of time in here, but here's a quick look at this home. Obviously, it's been recently renovated. You know, the kitchen with the new cabinets, countertops, stainless steel appliances. Here's just another look. You can see that wood burning stove in the background there, especially with those temperatures being cooler up there. It's always nice to be able to heat it with an alternative source if that's something that you enjoy doing. Okay, so this is right at that median home price of $900,000. You do get that third car garage. This built in 2007, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, 3,662 square feet. And so a quick look inside. We'll just look at the kitchen right here. Scroll up so we can see this. It's got those alder cabinets, those laminate wood floors in there. Take a look at the patio or the deck out back. Looks like there's a theater room in the basement down there. Okay, so let's jump up. This is the Red Ledges. This is a very nice community located on the foothills on the east side of Heber City. And we're going to find home prices significantly higher than what that median is. And so you can see here, this has a home or a list price of $4,595,000. You can see just the backdrop with we've got the mountains in the background. Just real nice homes here. And so let's look at these specs real quick. So 2018 is when this home was built. 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 6,234 square feet, just shy of an acre. And so let's jump inside this real quick. It's got a real nice, you know, living space right here with that nice fireplace, everything that you would expect in, you know, in a multi-million-dollar home. You can see those in the background right here. I love, it looks like those doors would open all the way up to give you access to that back area. And I love homes that offer that, those big tall windows just to take in all of those beautiful views of the Heber Valley and the Heber Mountain area. Okay, so one other thing, we did focus on Heber here, but Midway, we have a median home price of $1.1 million. So you can see here that there's a handful of homes available. Most of them are well over that $1 million mark. Let's just show you what you get at that median price of $1,099,000. What you're going to get for that is a 2008. It's when this was built. 3-bedroom, 3 full bathrooms, 2,515 square feet. So just jumping in real quick to take a look at this. Here's our entryway. Scroll over to another picture here. Let's find that kitchen real quick. Here's a picture of the kitchen with that fireplace. Another angle of that with the living space. And so that is Midway at just a hair below that $1.1 million. Okay, so let's talk schools real quick. This is part of the Wasatch School District here. You know, obviously rural towns, you're going to be, you know, busing into, the main city, which is going to be Heber. But we do have the Midway School over here with an A-. You'll see that we've got good ratings here. There is this 1C right here, but most everything, including the high school, Wasatch High, is an A-. Got this other A- with the Old Mill School. We've got some B ratings around here. So we've got good schools in this area. Let's take a look at the crimegrade.org. Lots of green. So that's what we would expect in an area like Heber. So very low crime is what we're going to find. And that is exactly what the map is showing us right here. And so that is going to wrap up our tour of looking at Heber City, the surrounding areas, the surrounding towns around this area that I've always referenced as the Heber Valley. That's what we reference it to. And so, especially if you enjoy that outdoor lifestyle, if you like to go to the lakes and camping, it's all right here in your backyard. Whenever I go camping, whenever I go to the family cabin, whenever I go fishing and hunting, most of the time I'm driving right through Heber City. One thing I forgot to mention is we do have the Middle Provo. So this river system here that flows out of the Jordanelle down here to Deer Creek Reservoir. This is a very popular stream to fish. or I should say a river, but you'll always find people fishing there. There are access points which allow for public fishing in this area. And so that would be right here as well. A lot of people from Salt Lake and Utah County drive up into this area to fish that river right there. And so that is wrapping up our tour today of Heber City, Utah. And so if you're thinking about making a move to Salt Lake City, Utah, or to any of the surrounding areas, including areas like Heber City, Midway, or anything in these areas, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information, it's in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. And until then, I hope to see you around town.